going to be moving up 1 square, and he is going to hold there. So Farnak, you're up now.
Okay. I am going to move... Let's see, how many feet is that? That's... Are these metal cages, are they see-through if you look through the side of them?
Yep, you can see through. You can't. They appear as as you start to walk into the room. They all appear to be working, but they're all basically rusted shut. So.
Okay, if I were to move and stand in that corner, would I still have the line of sight to cast spells on the enemy?
Well, you wouldn't be able to stand in that corner because there's cages in the way. So those cages are,
Yeah,
10
but
foot
I have
tall.
a teleport spell, and to see if I could teleport behind there.
Sure, if you want to teleport. Well, I figured you were wanting to run through there, so yeah, you could teleport back there if you want to.
How are you going to get out, though?
That's the thing. I gotta check if it's what kind of power it is.
What do you want to use? Phase step? I think it's called
Yeah,
phase
but I think
step.
it's an encounter power.
It is an encounter power. Yep.
Yeah, so that ruins that plan. So instead,
Wanting to port
I'm
behind a
going
cage,
to
that's funny.
move-
Great strategy.
Hold on, oh, there it is. There, and then I'm going to cast light on the back of the orc's head. That is, how do you do the little ping thing?
You just hold down the left mouse button on the spot of the map.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast light on the back of his head,
I love it.
and that creates a brightly lit area that goes 4 squares out.
Yep.
So it's basically... So now we have vision of the room, kind of. And that was only a minor action.
We'll say that an object is usually an object, but we'll have fun with this, and we'll say that the orc's head is an object. So
He's got a helm on, right?
Yeah, if he's got a hat on or something, or like back of his hair.
there you go. So now the room is definitely a lot brighter now. Very nice. So you've got your movement down. You've also got your, I believe that was a standard action to cast light as well.
Light is a
Minor action. So now you have a standard action you can do. Pretty nice. I like that.
And with that, I'm going to use Charm of Misplaced Wrath on the orc that I just cast light on. No, I'm going to do it on the beetle instead, because
All right.
those beetles breathe fire. The one right... That beetle, and what
Okay.
it does, I slide the target up to 3 squares, and then they are dazed until the end of my next turn. That creature makes a basic attack as a free action against another creature of my choice.
Yep.
So as he slides back,
Well, you have to attack first. So because
Oh, okay.
you'll yeah, no problem. You'll notice
Yeah.
on the card, it'll say attack, and then I believe it's intelligence versus will.
Yeah, it's versus
So
will.
yeah, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to roll a 1d20 and add in all your modifiers. So all of your attacks are basically intelligence. So on your character sheet, it should have a total attack in the weapon portion of your character sheet. So when you scroll down, you're using your staff, so you're going to have a +7 to hit.
And then I add my intelligence modifier as well?
No, that's got everything in it already. I've already added
Okay.
everything up for you. So yeah, so you'll do your intelligence. So that's a crit.
Hey,
Very
I
nice.
crit. Yay.
Yep. So let's see what this does. Actually, there's no damage at all, which it's okay. So you can go ahead and slide the target up to 3 squares. So ping the square that you'd like to move the creature to. Okay. So the beetle slides back, and I guess you're going to attack the orc, correct? And you can do a basic attack. Oh, you're going to attack this orc here, right? Okay.
Yeah, that orc there. And it also gains a +2 power bonus to the damage roll.
Yep. Well, seeing that the beetle is also charmed and on your side for this brief moment. You are considered flanking because you have on the opposite side of you, you have Mr. Rack. So I'm going to give you an additional +2 for the bonus for flanking. So that is
That's sweet.
combat advantage. So anytime that two people are, you have to be literally across from one another. And if that happens, it's called combat advantage, and you will get a +2 to attack. So let's see, your car says you get a +4 to attack? A +4 bonus, whatever your card says.
For the creature?
Yeah, for the charm of misplaced wrath.
Oh,
so
yeah, it
basic
just
attack.
gives them a yeah, it's a basic attack, and then you have a +2 to the damage roll.
Okay, very cool. So I will go ahead and do a basic attack, which is the bite for the beetle. That is a +5 versus armor class.
I think that was awesome.
Wow, I crit again. You crit. Wow, we've got our last 3 of 4 rolls have been crits. So, wow, that's actually a really nice hit. So the crit does 2d4 plus 2, which is a total of 10, plus the 2 damage bonus from your Charm of Misplaced Wrath. We'll do a total of 12 damage to this orc. So he just had a huge chunk of his hiney bitten out of him.
That's
I have
cool.
a
Is he
question.
bloody?
Awesome job. So there you go. Farnak, you are done. So Zantag, you're up now.
I have a question quickly.
Sure, GG.
What happens if you die?
If we get to that point, I'll let everybody know. But you don't. If you get to 0 hit points, it doesn't mean that you die automatically. So while you're waiting for your turn, you could actually look on your character sheet, and right above the third block that says hit points, the third link over says death. You can click on that and read that, and it'll tell you what happens if you hit 0 hit points. That would be perfect to read, actually. So
Thank you.
no problem. So Zantag, you're up now.
Alright, first things first. The wolf's aura.
All right. So there you go.
And of course I remember how to do that.
Yep. So there you go. He was GG was asking about death, so
Go to
you
move
can
the wolf.
actually look
There,
at the
then
death
go right
rules.
there's to and attack the beetle.
All right. Sounds like a wiener. Go for it. And now anything within that green square, you guys can see that green square around the wolf. That is an aura of 1. So anything that is within that square that you are attacking automatically grants you +2 to hit, because it grants
Holy
combat
crap,
advantage.
another crit.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Just all day.
Nicholas, look at this. Crit,
That is just
crit,
insane.
crit. Wow. Roll20's lagging. I'm wondering if RNGesus is definitely in our corner right now, in everyone's corner. So
That's funny.
go ahead and do
He
your
takes
maximum
a
damage.
Total of 15.
All right. So this your wolf gets a great. Your wolf kind of tumbles in between the warrior and the warlock, and then he pounces off of the cage and literally lands on top of the beetle, flips the beetle over, and your wolf is able to claw the, his legs area as he flips the beetle over, and he kills him actually. So very nice job. The beetle is dead, thanks to Snots.
Yay.
And before I end, I'm going to actually move the druid right there.
All right. So next up is the ranger.
Alright, just a second here. Okay, so I'm gonna move up.
Okay.
Right.
What's up there, Possum?
Move up to right there, and I'd like to use Clever Shot on this orc right here.
Okay.
That is
I believe Clever Shot is the one where you can either slide, make a target prone, or slowed, or something like that, right?
yeah. I'm gonna attempt to knock the orc prone.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that attack. That's actually really nice.
It gets annoying in some situations.
Yeah.
And that would be a 17 plus armor class.
17 versus armor class is it's just barely what you need. So go ahead and roll your damage, which would be looks like a 17. Oh, very nice job. So yeah, your arrow lunges directly into the shoulder blade of the orc, and it actually makes him stagger back a little bit. And you notice that he is now officially bloodied as well. And nice shot.
Thank you. And my little hot bar disappeared. Is there any way to pull that back up?
Just whenever you click on your token. What do you mean your hot bar?
With like where I can. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm a noob.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's the use token action, so it'll disappear every time you deselect your token. So.
Cool, and I guess I will end my turn right there.
All right, sounds good. Let's see. You're up, Mr. Cleric.
Let's see here. I don't have anything ranged. Rack got hit, right?
I believe Rack did get hit, yeah. He got hit pretty good, actually. He got crit for a beetle fire blast. So
5 more and I'll be bloody.
Well, we actually had 3 out of 4 rolls were crits, guys. That's pretty insane. That was
Alright, I'll
insane.
cast a
I've never
healing
seen
word
that.
on Rack.
I
All right.
appreciate it.
Alright, so go ahead and roll a d6 as well. And add in your bonus.
I think I pushed a button on my mic. Is it still working?
Yeah. So you have to deduct your surge, take your surge value, and we're waiting for the cleric to do an additional 1d6 bonus healing. Very nice. So you do an additional 6 points. So take your surge value plus 6. Alright, anything else for you, Mr. Cleric?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, so we are back up to the top of the order. No, well, actually the last person in the order, which is the beetle. Now that he is not controlled anymore, the beetle will move up.
He's still dazed, so what does that do? Can't he only do 1 action?
Let's see. I totally... Yeah. Let me check something out real quick. Alright, the target is then dazed until the end of your next turn, so... Alright. So yeah, I didn't have a marker on it, so... If you don't see a marker pop up, just kind of remind me that it needs a marker or something.
Wow, I forgot dazed did a lot in 4E.
Alright, so dazed. I know grants combat advantage, so
Yeah.
you can take either a standard, move, or minor for your turn, and a free action. So you can't take immediate actions or opportunities, and you can't flank. So, alright, I know that, yeah, dazed is pretty vicious. So, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and this fire beetle is going to do a fire spray. And I'm going to do, it is a close blast of 3. So I will basically encompass this 3x3 area from here to here, and will affect 5 targets, including one of the orcs. So, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do some attack rolls real quick, so bear with me. Alright, so the orc definitely gets pummeled. Let's see, next is the cleric. Wow, this is so slow today. Oh my gosh. Alright, so yeah, that's a miss. 8 versus reflex on the cleric versus a miss. On the warlock. That is a 20 versus reflex. So does a 20 versus your reflex hit, GG?
Do I need to roll?
No, it's in the defenses table, the
5th box
fifth
down.
one down.
Yep. 20 versus your
Okay,
reflex.
just checking.
Yeah. What does your reflex score say, GG?
Base is
Total,
11.
all the way over on the right. Total.
15.
All right, so it does hit you with a 20. So, Rack, you're being attacked with a 15 versus reflex. So, Gim, let me know if that's a hit. Oh my goodness, this is very slow today.
That's a hit.
Is anyone having a delay whenever you hit your macro? Does it take a couple seconds for the dice query pop-up boxes to show up?
Not for me.
Okay, maybe I need to reload my browser. Alright, so the wolf is 23 versus reflex, which is probably a hit.
Definitely a hit.
Alright, so I'm going to roll some damage now. Alright, so if you got hit, you will take 12 fire damage. So the orc got hit. The orc dies. The orc basically explodes from fire. You know, he does the old, you know, like in the movies where he's on fire and he runs around in circles for a few seconds and then falls over. Alright, I believe the cleric was not hit, but Eco, you were hit. So to deduct your hit points, you just click on your token and see the green bubble up top there that says your hit points. You will just click inside that bubble and do -12 and hit enter. You have to hit enter because that will execute the formula. So, and it will take it down to 26. So Rack, that's a hit. So you take 12. You're at -1200 right now. And then the wolf takes 12 as well. So
Snots is bloodied.
okay, I will mark him as bloodied.
Is the red box, the red circle, is that for temporary hit points?
Yes, it is. So if anybody gets any kind of temp hit points, we will use the red box. And the blue box is your heal surges. So, you know, it pretty much eliminates the, you know, having to use a piece of paper to scratch down your hit points and stuff like that. So, alright, so the fire beetle has made his move. I'll see back up to the top of the order, and Eco, you can go ahead and go again.
I would like to add in that Snots is dancing around from the fire, burning his fur.
Uh,
He's yelping a little bit. Yelp.
Was there half
I don't think
damage on that?
I don't think I'm gonna move. I'm just gonna read.
Alright, so you're going to cast Eldritch Bolt again, and if you're going to do that, what target are you going to cast on?
I'm gonna cast it on that. Is that beetle? That X doesn't mean it's dead.
Yeah, the X means that it's dead, so the beetle in front of you is dead, and the orc in front of you is dead.
Okay, I guess I should move. I'm not going. Do I have to move the full 6 squares?
You don't have to. Nope, you can move 1 or 2 if you want. You just can't move into another square where somebody is at.
I'm going to move here, then here.
Okay, there you go. That's a movement of 2, that's fine. And then you can go ahead and cast Eldritch Bolt. And when you get over to the left side of this room, the southern portion of the room, you also notice that there is a dead corpse, and then there are several women chained up against the wall as well. And it looks like they're in pretty bad shape, and they're really incoherent.
How do I find out the modifier?
Okay, so you're going to look at the, when you open up your card, when you open up your character sheet, when you scroll down and you look at the at-will power column, you find Eldritch Bolt, you click on it, you open it up, and you'll notice that it says Charisma versus Reflex. So you will do a 1d20 plus your Charisma bonus, which is a +6. And you can see that right next to the, as you scroll down a little bit further, you'll see the Blade of Annihilation. You'll see that your bonus to hit is +6, and your bonus to damage is +5. So that's pretty much going to be all for every one of your attacks. So you can kind of probably write it on a piece of paper, so you can just not have to open up the character sheet. And So you can go ahead and use your Eldritch Bolt, and your Eldritch Bolt is a burst of force energy that comes out of your sword.
So the modifier is 6, right?
Yep, +6. Yep. So you can just type 6. You don't need to type +6. Alright, so you rolled a 16, which is a hit versus the beetle. And go ahead and roll your damage, which is a 1d10 plus your charisma modifier, which would be +5. So we have some new players today, guys, in the game. And that's why things kind of are going a little bit slower today, because we're having to explain some rules. But if you guys have watched this before, you guys know that that's what this is all about. Alright, nice shot. Hey, I don't think you've missed yet, so nice job. Alright, so I've got him taken down. Now we have an orc up, which is the dead orc, which I'll take him out of the turn tracker. So Rack, you're up now.
I'm going to go north of the beetle to the south and attack it. Since it's close, I'll be in a battle raft, which is a +2 on damage if I hit.
Okay. Alright, you're attacking the beetle, right?
Correct.
Alright, he's attacking a 13 armor class. Oh yeah, I always enjoy myself doing these possum. Oh, that's definitely a decisive blow, so go ahead and roll your damage and add your +2. Alright, 13 more damage. You notice that when you hit the beetle, you struck the beetle with your great weapon, that you split the carapace, and he is now bloodied. He's got a lot of flesh coming out of the wound and a lot of blood as well. So, all right, he's bloodied as well. Very good job. All right, so now we have an orc is up. I'm going to throw another hand axe at the fighter, and I'm going to go ahead and roll my attack now. That's an 18 versus armor class.
Hit.
Okay. $26 plus. Alright, oh man, this is like really slow. Holy cow. Still waiting for this to pop up, so sorry guys. I need to refresh, so. Alright, you take a total of 5 damage again, and that's, actually I'm going to go ahead and use my, movement as well, and I'm going to move here. So I'm going to refresh the game real quick. Hopefully that's going to solve the lag. So just give me 1 second, guys.
So, hello streamers. Well, not streamers, stream watchers.
Hello, Gigi.
I don't have the chat open, so I can't see the stream chat.
Alright, so I need 1 more second. Got one back into the game, now I need to get the other one.
I'm gonna open up the stream.
No, feel free to. You get your experience. Just make sure you mute it, though. Alright. Oh, much better. Much better, much better, much better. Alright, so it looks like the orc is finished. We are back up to the dead beetle. He is done. Now I have a an orc that is going to go now. And I'm going to go ahead and shift over 1. And I will attack with my great axe. And I will attack the fighter. And that is a 14 versus armor class on Rack, which is probably a miss. Alright. So that's it for him. He is done. Farnak, you're back up, man. Much better. Much better.
Okay, then.
Much better. Much better. Very glad that that worked. That solution worked.
I'm gonna move over here.
Ooh. Wow, look at that jump. Holy cow.
And then I'm gonna cast Arc Lightning.
Okay.
And I can choose 1 or 2 targets, so I'm going to attack both of the orcs.
Okay.
I'll roll for the first one.
Alright, so the one up top. And that's versus reflex, right? I believe it's versus
Yes, that
reflex.
one is.
Alright. So you need to hit a 14. So, alright, your first attack against this orc is a miss. And let's go ahead and roll your attack for this target here. And that is also a 14 as well, which is that is a hit. So go ahead and roll your lightning damage. I didn't even get to use my warrior surge on the first one.
And then on the modifier, I just add the bonus damage modifier, correct?
That's it.
And it hits for 11.
Alright. Alright, so Zantag, you're up now.
Alright. Now this is going to be a little crazy, but the wolf's going to get healed by me.
Well, that's alright. Your minor action, go ahead and roll a d6 as well. What game is that? Oh, Watch Dogs. Alright, so surge and surge value and an additional 5. And I guess the wolf isn't bloodied anymore.
Yep.
Ah, he will be when I'm done with him, so I'm just kidding. Poor Snots, man.
He's back though. Snots looks refreshed and ready to go.
Alright, so what else you doing? You got a standard and a movement as well, so...
Yep, Snots is going to move right there.
Okay.
He's going to attempt to bite that orc's.
Oh, I thought you were gonna attack Rack there.
No.
16 versus armor class is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Alright. Oh, nice job. 14 damage. Alright. Next up is the Ranger. What are you doing? Go ahead.
And for movement, for the Druid, he's just going to move right there.
Alright.
Now Lobo can go.
Alright, Lobo, what are you doing?
Alright, so I got a question here.
Mm-hmm.
So if I wanted to make a shot right here, would that plunge into the back of this guy that's in front of me?
Well, maybe if you roll a 1 or something, if you roll super low. I usually do corny stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, if you miss really bad, I usually do corny stuff like that, so...
Well, I'm willing to take the chance on...
Yeah, I would too. They'll understand.
yeah. Trying to save the day here.
I hear you.
Okay, well, I'm going to use my favorite shot, which is rapid shot, and hit this orc